All right, we got Speak Easy talking about Trevor Lawrence is weak.
Moving forward, talking about teams that blew huge leads.
Texans come back.
Sorry. They blew huge leads.
You teetered the line. You teetered the line. You was close. You was about to pour yourself a drink.
Almost. Oh, my
goodness. Almost there, brother.
That was crazy. Moving forward, we got to talk about the Texans outscoring the Jaguars 26-0 in the fourth quarter of their comeback victory. Fellas, the Jags just could not get anything done in the fourth quarter to be able to move the ball. Is it time for, are you guys out on Trevor Lawrence? Because me personally, I think with all the hype, with all the best quarterback prospects since Andrew Luck, all of that, I'm pretty out on him. I'm not going to lie.
I got some important information for y'all.
I'm not out on Trevor Lawrence. I'm a Texans fan, and I'm just being realistic, bro. I don't think the play calling is good. I think they're a team that goes out there and tries to win off of talent. I think they're one of those teams.
To be right.
He has yet to be. Can we name a single good offensive coordinator that Trevor Lawrence has played with in his career up to this point? I don't think there's a single one. So it's like for him to have a bad track record, I can't put all of that on him. You know, it is what it is. You know, bad coaching, bro. Not only that, yes, they lost, but what did he just say? They allowed 28 points in the fourth quarter. I don't think the offense allowed that. You know what I mean?
Oh wow,
he's hot and cold. But that's the thing, though. Some games you could win. You could win off of your talent, and you can go out there and make plays with your legs and extend the play and make some crazy throws. But some games you're gonna need some IQ to break it down. And he's not the one calling the plays. You're gonna need a good OC to surgically take apart this defense. You need the QB to go out there and make the throws. But you need a good OC to call the right plays to execute to break apart the defense. And again, I can't think of a single good OC that Trevor Lawrence has played with yet.
Go ahead, bro.
Silence is loud.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think the best. I mean, he's not leaving. But if they were hypothetically to trade Trevor Lawrence, which would be just a dumb move, they need to be on a hunt for a good coach. But if they were to hypothetically trade Trevor Lawrence, that would be a good move for him.
Man. Trevor Lawrence, unfortunately.
You thought Jags OC was good? I don't know. What was the best game that they had this year? Was that versus the Chiefs? I'd have to go back and look at that. But I don't know. I don't feel like the play calling is good, you know? Like here and there, for sure. And I think everybody will be good here and there as OCs or play callers. You know, I think they're gonna look good and have some good games. But body of work, if we're looking at the entire season as of right now, I don't think that play calling is good.
He has been incredibly underwhelming the entirety of his NFL career. Trevor Lawrence was a chosen one. I'm a college football expert even before I was an NFL expert, Social Trey. So Trevor Lawrence was being compared to John Elway in that draft class. Trevor Lawrence was being compared to Andrew Luck. From a maturity standpoint, from a physical attribute standpoint, from an arm strength standpoint, and from a collegiate accomplishment standpoint.
What QBs have elite OCs? We just went over this earlier. Only team that I really say that's elite right now as far as play calling is the probably Seahawks and Rams. The Niners are really good too, though. Niners are really good. I mean, look what they do. They're consistently doing with backup quarterbacks. But there's some other really good ones. But I think like elite right now. Probably just them.
Point. Trevor Lawrence was literally donned and deemed the chosen one. But since he got to the NFL, he's had one winning season, if I'm not mistaken. And that was the 9-8 season, again, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence has been completely underwhelming thus far in his NFL career. And at this point in time, we can't blame the talent because offensively, they've used first-round pick after first-round pick after first-round pick to get you help. Hell, Travis Hunter is a significantly better, in my mind, defensive player than he is an offensive player, but they chose to put him on offense. We got you an offensive head coach in Liam Cohen.
Exactly.
Who helped make Baker Mayfield the dog and a dude over there. So Trevor Lawrence is completely out of excuse.
And they barely even throw to Travis Hunter. That's the sad part. But do we put that on Trevor Lawrence? Is that Trevor Lawrence's fault that the players are not going to Travis Hunter? I remember watching film at the beginning of the season. I haven't watched film in a little minute. I need to get back to that. But I remember watching film at the beginning of the season. And Travis would just be on the field, bro. Like he'll be running routes and he's not. He was barely ever a legit read, barely ever. But I don't. Again, that's not Trevor's fault. He's not the one calling the plays.
Uses Trevor Lawrence. I do not know if he will ever materialize
Hurts have a
into
great
being
OC,
the NFL
great
prospect
no.
that we thought he would be. And ultimately, I just don't think Trevor Lawrence.
Josh Allen, I don't know about that.
Ooh. Oh, finally, you joining me now? Because I've been saying he was trash.
The NFL prospect that we thought he would be, and ultimately, I just don't think Trevor Lawrence is that good.
Ooh. Oh, finally, you joining me now? Because I've been saying he was trash. So you think he's not that good?
I can't call him trash because it's like this here. Would we call Brock Purdy trash? Would we call Mac Jones trash? If we would or wouldn't, we got to treat Trevor Lawrence with the same grace, because what if Trevor Lawrence was in that situation? You know what I mean? And let's take these good quarterbacks and put them in the situation of a Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna look bad. Like it's just not. The Jags is not. Just hasn't been good. Hasn't been a good situation offensively.
You know,
You're not that good.
I keep saying this. I said,
He said, I
these
think Jalen
quarterbacks
Hurts
we keep crowning so fast without letting them earn it. At Clemson, he's around all these All-Americans.
Yeah.
And I know players that play with him probably like, damn, they in practice like, yo, he not as good as I thought. But you get the stats, you got All-American on the left side, right side. Oh, then the back was All-Americans. Then on the defense, they got All-Americans. So we're going to get the ball a lot.
Yeah.
He ain't that good, though, man. That's the truth. I've been saying this for a long time. How in the hell, this is why I hate when we put the quarterback position so much farther than every other position. How in the hell is a guy like Trevor Lawrence top 3 highest paid quarterbacks in the league?
Yep.
He's weak. What are we talking about? Yo, they hide behind a running game. They throw all these little dump out.
They don't hide behind a running game. They don't. I'm not gonna lie. They should hide behind a running game. ETN is an elite talent, but he's not utilized to his full potential, and that's why, again, you got all these weapons. Travis Hunter barely gets the ball. ETN is not consistently used as the talent that he is. Parker Washington gets fairly, but Parker Washington gets more targets than Brian Thomas Jr. at the moment, fairly, because BTJ been dropping the ball. But like, you got to draw up stuff to get Brian Thomas. Like, Bama, bro, it is what it is. Make it easy on him. Again, how again, there's these elite teams that are making it look easy on their receivers, you know, and you gotta steal from their playbook. It is what it is.
Passes, these little drag routes, everything is so simple for him. When he had Doug Peterson, I remember I seen Doug at my Hall of Fame game, and I won't get into our conversation. I look at Doug's face like, Doug, the quarterback is weak, man. Now, obviously, he can't say too much, and I won't say too much to y'all, but what we talking about? Ball players know. And I hate the fact that I don't want to call him not that good, and he's not that good.
Doug Peterson was with the Eagles, right? And then he went to the BTJ. Hasn't been the same. Let me see who's leading the league in drops. What's drops? What did Doug Peterson do with the Eagles? Because I don't recall off the top of the head. Brian Thomas Jr. is leading the league in drops with 9 drops. Unfortunate. Tough. That's tough. But again, it is what it is. Here it is though. Here it is. Outside of his drops though, like we saw last year what type of talent that he is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And again, you know, I would take this with a grain of salt. And why I say this, because at the beginning of the season, I got to watch the film. At the beginning of the season, Calvin Ridley was leading in drops at one point. But when I'm watching the play calls of the Titans, they are not throwing him open. He was not dropping the ball completely wide open with the majority of his drops. They're throwing it in extremely tight coverage, and he's dropping the ball. Like the DB is there, able to make a play. And again, yes, it's your job to catch the ball and contest the coverage. But again, that's not. I don't feel like that should be I don't feel like you should be throwing the receiver the ball every single time. If they're not a possession receiver, you have to draw. You got to utilize them to the best of their ability. If this is more of a finesse guy, I got to draw plays to get you open. You know what I mean? The other opportunity is gonna come. BTJ dropped their bag. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it, but I'll for sure hear that, because I've seen a couple where he was open. A couple. Mooney should be up there too. Where's Mooney? Any Waldron. Jerry Judy has 8. Jerry Judy has not been great this year, I ain't gonna lie, bro, but it is what it is. Christian McCaffrey has 7. See, but we ain't worry about that because C-Mac, they still gonna use C-Mac. The 49ers is a competent offense. We don't care how many drops Christian McCaffrey has had because they still gonna use him. Juwan Johnson 6. I didn't even know Juwan Johnson had this many drops. Still gonna get used. Zach Ertz still gonna get used. We don't care if you drop the ball. We still gonna throw it to you. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? Or we gonna make sure you eat. Evan Ingram 5. I haven't really seen Evan do much this year. He's only started 1 game. Who's the starting tight end? Started 1 game, really? I could have sworn he was the starter. Kendrick Bourne 7. De'Ami Brown. Lab McConkey has. Oh, I'm tripping. This game started. 5. Lad got 5. Devontae Adams got 4. Devontae Adams got 4 drops. But we don't care because we still gonna get you the ball. You know? C-Mac has 90 targets. Oh my gosh. Troutman is their starting tight end. He said Ingram is gambling. How much does Chase have? I don't know, but he not on here, so he don't got enough, which is a good thing at the end of the day.
Good, but it's more of like the people praising so much.
Yeah.
Right? Let him go out there and earn it.
Marvin Harrison Jr. not top 15.
Only thing he's been earned is that he's been a number 1 draft pick.
Not right
He's
now.
got a lot of money for being that. Because he's not that good. He's not. And I don't see the Jaguars doing anything in the future because he's not.
Bro, again, I think you take Trev, you put him in a competent offense, real offense. Again, we seen what Mac Jones doing. Mac Jones looking like he a starter, bro. Not gonna lie. Mac he's not looking bad at all. You telling me if you take a Trevor Lawrence and put him in the same situation. Now, I know these situations are limited. It's only a few of these really good situations in the NFL. But if you were to take him and put him in that situation, will we be able to properly evaluate his talent? You know?
Not that good of a quarterback.
Here's my thing,
Simple
though.
as that.
You can't lose to Davis Mills.
Marv has less than 4 drops.
Period.
Oh, that's what
Like,
you're saying.
are y'all aware? The Jags' last 3 drives, 3
Send
and
Mac
out,
back to
3
Jacksonville.
and out,
Yep.
3 and out.
Yep.
A net 1 yard on their last 3 drives. Fact check me, y'all. Don't take my word for it. The Jags were up 29-10.
I know the film is out. I might have to look at this later. I know the film is out. I got to see what they were doing. And I don't feel like pulling that up right now.
Going into the 4th quarter, you have to try to lose that game. Up 29-10. Their last 3 drives, it was 3 plays, -4 yards. Only took 2 minutes. It was 3 plays, 6 yards. That only took 1 minute 19 seconds.
Yeah.
Then the final drive was 3 plays, -1 yard, fumble for a touchdown going.
I could say maybe Trev should have got the ball out at the end with that fumble. He should have got the ball out. It is what it is. But how can I blame 3 drives? What he said, a net of -1 yards or something? I don't know, whatever. How can I blame that all on this quarterback more than I would blame it on the play caller? For you to tell me we can't get more than 3 yards on 3 drives is all on the quarterback. That's interesting. I don't know.
The other way.
Yeah.
The Jags' final 3 drives, 9 total plays, gained 1 yard, and took 4 minutes.
And if we're being honest about their offensive drives, they score because they get a turnover. They get the ball inside the 20, and in the first half, they get to score a touchdown on that. The Texans have a bad turnover on downs. They capitalize and get a nice drive out of that and score a touchdown. I genuinely think whenever you look at Trevor Lawrence, he was the number 1 player coming out of high school. He was 6'6", 210 pounds with a rocket arm.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my gosh, this dude is amazing. He goes to Clemson. He wins a national championship behind the best defensive line that we've seen in the
He
past
did do
10
that,
years.
though. We can't take away from him.
He did.
Alabama.
Yeah, no.
Won national
Alabama, they won a
Can't
national
take it away
championship.
from him.
Defense completely shut down Alabama's Crimson Tide. Worst loss in Nick Saban's entire tenure there. It was incredible. Had that hype. He then also, I'll add this in, was never the best quarterback in college football any of his 3 years. It was always the intangibles. And I would always wonder, why do we say that he's the next Peyton Manning, the next Andrew Luck, the next this, the next that? Then you see him in the league, and it hasn't been generational like I was told he was.
Why they don't get fired for that, though? Why people don't get fired for saying stuff like that?
For what?
He's gonna be better than
He's better than
Andrew Luck.
It's intangibles. You look at traits. You draft off of traits though. I'm sure there's running backs that got taken ahead of you that are nowhere near you. How good you are.
Trevor. The dilemma for me though is Trevor Lawrence could and should be better. Like he has shown us flashes. Yeah. Remember when he went to the playoffs and he beat that Chargers team with that comeback? He showed us resilience. Showed us tenacity. Yeah. Remember he survived the Urban Meyer tenure. Just off surviving that alone
his first year.
something. Yeah. Urban Meyer was wilding. If you take a baby and you complete
Shady is like, no, he's just trash. Like none of what you saying matter, bro. He's just trash.
completely undermine a baby, that baby might not ever mature into an adequate adult.
That's fair.
And Urban Meyer took baby Trevor Lawrence and could have ruined him. And Trevor Lawrence the next year goes 9-8, goes to the playoffs, win a playoff game. Yeah. So Trevor Lawrence through his first 2 or 3 years in the NFL, I said, you know what? Promise. After that though, that's where I'm out on.
He gets carried though.
It's been bad. I'm looking at his career stats this year: 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Last year, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. The year before, 21 and 14. His breakout year, 25
year 2
and 8. Yeah, he finished 7th in MVP voting.
What's he do good though? Tell me, because you watching.
It's like he doesn't do anything good consistently.
That's what
the thing.
It is.
He has the different components of being a great player, like Care Bear said. He's got the stature, he's got the arm, he's got some of the intangibles, but
he's the
do
prototype
anything well
modern day NFL quarterback build. He can move a little bit. He's 6'6" and he has a big arm. It's what everybody wants in their quarterback now. It's the Josh Allen, the Justin Herbert. It's that.
He looks nothing like none. He looks nothing like none of them.
That's what I'm saying though.
None of
he
them.
has that prototypical size and arm talent, but he doesn't have the actual
I'll say you this,
skill.
right? Every quarterback in the NFL, not every quarterback. Majority of the quarterbacks, even backups, could have good plays. Mm-hmm. They could have some, like, damn, you see that ball? They have some of that.
Yeah.
That's what you're in the NFL for. But the starters are guys that do it consistently.
Yeah.
And the superstars are guys that always do it.
Yeah.
So when I watch Trevor Lawrence, there's nothing he does like, oh, wow. He never wows me. I don't understand why he's the number 1 pick, because everybody's going to college. They always blow these guys.
Let me ask you this real quick before we have to move from this. What grace do you give him that he went to Jacksonville? I think we have to start taking that into account. Because if we're being honest, Trevor Lawrence is the best Jags.
I mean, hey, you know what? And again, I think you go back to play calling, but as well, Travis Hunter does not get thrown to, and it's not a Trevor Lawrence thing. Like he's not being utilized. Like that's a play calling thing. Again, he's not the read. He's not the number 1 read. He's not the number 2 read on majority of the passing plays that they have. Brian Thomas Jr. is leading the league in drops. I mean, overall, I just don't think the play calling is good. Travis Etienne will have a good game, and then they defer from him the next game, and like, oh, we're not going to use you. So it's like, I think again, it's a lot of components that are not conducive, nor have they been conducive for Trevor Lawrence to be looked at as a really good quarterback in this league. You know, you need a lot to click. Like, I mean, when we look at it as a franchise, the Jags have been in rebuild mode for how many years? Since Ramsey was there, since they had Blake Bortles and went to the AFC Championship. They've been in rebuild mode for a while, so they've yet to find a consistent head coach. So I mean, like, you need all of this stuff to click in order to put together a good season. You know?
Quarterback in the last 20 years since David Gerard. Maybe.
Oh, I forgot.
You know what I mean?
Gerard,
Since maybe Mark Brunell.
What about Gardner Minshew? They had the same numbers. Look the numbers up. Same numbers. You know what the difference is? One guy went number 1 pick overall, and it's 6'6", and went to Clemson.
W Chargers.
But do you think it's a coincidence that all the Jags quarterbacks suck? Like, all things considered, 2-5. Like, surviving Urban Meyer, that could be the name of a documentary. Like, he did survive Urban Meyer.
I mean, but you keep saying that, but like, you're not that good of a quarterback. So, like, Urban Meyer's probably saying the same thing at home with his wife, saying the same thing about Trevor Lawrence. Oh, thank God. I try to survive.
Bro, but this is the argument to that. We could say Mac Jones is not that good of a quarterback, but look at how they got him looking in San Fran right now. He looking pretty good. He ain't looking elite, but he looking competent. Very, very competent, you know?
This, you get what I'm saying?
Yo, we just
I'm
got
sorry.
the most
Leaky.
elaborate super chat I've ever
Okay,
seen.
yes sir, yes sir.
I'm gonna read a less crazy one first. Josiah said they're doing the same thing to Arch as y'all Texas fans. You know that, yeah, they kind of.
Y'all gonna see?
Cali Boy 58 said,
Now they definitely hyped up Arch for no reason, you know. But I mean, I'm not gonna say for no reason because of his last name. That's why. But I don't think they needed to do that. You know, you judge a player based off of their play, not their name.
Lawrence is Meg Thee Stallion riding a donkey on stage at Magic City while that one Big Sean song plays in the background. He's been cheeks.
That was
Dog, that. I don't know
three
what type
layers
of
of cheeks. 3 layers of cheeks. That
You
he did.
got Big Sean.
You got Big Sean with the song, ass. You got Megan Thee Stallion,
riding
you know,
the donkey,
and Magic
then
City.
Lawrence
At Magic City. No,
at
that's
Magic-
4 levels of
yeah,
ass.
4. Yeah. That you, sir, are a certified
Wow.
gooner. I don't ever
That's-
want you to drop another super chat like that again. You need help,
that
brother.
was wild.
That's crazy.
Cali Boy 58, that was insane.
These boys
bro.
don't know
But he not lying. No, Trevor Lawrence is weak, yo.
Insane.
Yo, we gotta move.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we
god, that was crazy.
That's crazy. Megan Thee Stallion.
Bro, I would love to get into the film and really look at their play calling, bro. Because I don't feel like it's good, being honest. But you know, it makes me wonder, like, how the Jags hire. You know, like what their process is with like traits, personal traits, and things of that nature when it comes to hiring coaches. Anyways, though, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Guys, stay tuned, stay blessed.